Welcome to the Metal Voice. Today on the show, finally.
Oh.
Finally.
Finally?
Graham Bonnet. We did a documentary on Graham on the tour in UK a few years back. But finally, we caught up to him in person. Graham Bonnet, what's going on?
I hope this is the final interview. What do you mean finally? It makes me feel like I'm going to die in a minute. Well, what's going on? A lot. It's kind of like, as I was just saying, the traveling has been excessive, and we've had no time to kind of go to bed and wake up properly. I've just been to bed right now. I've just gotten up. No, I'm kidding. But it's basically lack of sleep, but these shows are actually going very well, I must say. I don't know how, but they are.
So let's just talk quickly about the book came out. I guess it's been a year and a half, 2 years now, right? Yeah. You're working on new material, right? So how's that coming along?
Well, actually, I finished my part in the album. Everything's finished vocally at home. Now, when we go back, I have to go into the mixing stage. And at the moment, Bethany's putting bass down on the tracks. We're almost there. We've got a bit of bass to put down, a little bit of keyboards. But it sounds pretty good, actually. I'm very pleased with it. If anybody liked the previous album, the book, I think they'll like this too. It's got the same kind of material, same kind of sound. It's got that, you know, a little bit of the Alcatrazz, MSG, a bit of this, bit of that, a bit of the, you know, typical Graham Bonnet stuff. So if you like the other album, you'll like this one, I think.
So just so all the big fans out there, what is the time frame? Is it next year, 2 years, or 6 months?
Well, before it's released.
Release date?
Oh, it'll be in like a couple of months, I think.
Oh, the release is in a couple of months?
Yeah, it will be out this year. This is the new album, yeah.
So you're looking at a summer release?
I think so, yeah. I'm not quite certain yet, but about that, I would think.
Okay, all right. And okay, so I know there's some big news that your manager told me about. The Alcatrazz, No Parole for Rock and Roll. You guys are going to be playing the album incomplete with, of course, other tracks from your catalog. Can you tell me about that?
Well, it's not with Alcatrazz, obviously, but the keyboard player from Alcatrazz will be there, Jimmy Waldo. So it's going to be all the material that I made up all those years ago, 35 years ago or something like that. And it'll be a bit of all the Alcatrazz tracks, and along with our own stuff. So it's going to be interesting, because people just seem to, there's a new audience for Alcatrazz, it seems, you know, a younger audience. People have been turned on to the old stuff. I wish they'd been turned on to it back then. It was like we needed a little bit more, you know, publicity back then. But now it's incredible how people are returning to that time, the era of 1980. The younger kids, it's incredible. You know, kids of like 18 years old are coming up to me and singing the lyrics and whatever, you know, to our earlier albums. So it's kind of cool. But if you like Alcatrazz, yeah, come along.
So there you go. Yeah. So that's Alcatrazz. It's basically the Graham Bonnet Band playing the complete No Parole for Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
The album, along with, of course, you're going to play other stuff from your catalog. Right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, absolutely.
All right. Okay, here's a little bit of a tidbit for everybody out there. You were asked, and I guess correct me if I'm wrong, you were asked to audition for Black Sabbath.
I can't remember the actual year, 1980 something, and I had a call from one of the guys from Black Sabbath, I can't remember whom, asking me if I'd be interested in joining, because I just left Rainbow, and it was something I wasn't really sure of. I thought, well, maybe not. You know, I wasn't quite sure of the music. I wasn't sure if I would really fit with my short hair and all the rest of it. But because I wanted to do something different on my own, and to be in another band as another, you know, here comes the other singer, another one after, but you know, the revolving door thing. I wanted to start something on my own, which is my own band, so I turned it down.
Okay, well, that's pretty good. It's a nice little bit of information that not too many people know about.
Then Ronnie did it, you know.
Yeah.
And he became very successful through that.
And I mean, I guess my last question would be the Schenker Fest.
Yeah.
After all these years, you're finally, you know, playing with Michael. You know, if you got a call from Michael just to do a whole album, or if you got a call from, you know, Richie Blackmore to do a complete album, I mean, would you do it?
I maybe, yes, but I'm sort of really involved with what I'm doing now with my own band, because it's a new project that we want to really make, you know, establish it. It's been going now our band has been going for about 3-4 years. I really want to try something new, like I did in the past, you know, with Alcatrazz, with this band too. But if they called me up and the money was right, who wouldn't, you know, who wouldn't turn down?
I would do it.
It's all about the money, you know, really, isn't it? In the end, you know, let's be honest. You know, we're out there to make a buck. That's why we're all on the road now, because the way it was when I was, you know, back in the 80s, you sold CDs and you didn't have to tour that much. But now you have to tour to prove to people that you're still alive. I don't know about anything else, you know. So we have to go out and tour. But you know, as I said, it's the money.
Thank you, Graham, for being on the show.
Hi. Thank you.
That's Michael Schenker's Resurrection, the Michael Schenker Fest, yes. Resurrection, tonight, Montreal, Canada, going right through the rest of North America. Any last words?
Well, I hope to see you all there because it's a pretty good show. It's damn good.